Hello, time for financial education people. Welcome to time for financial education. So guys, I've been asked a lot of questions by my friends that guys, how do I start investing? So this is the question that they have been asking me. How do I become a shareholder in a company? Also, what are shares and how do I become a shareholder? We don't even know how this process happens. So guys, this is your video guys. It's a video about the guide to investing in shares for beginners. So I'm going to be talking some of the basic things that you need to know when it comes to investing in companies. So one thing that you need to know guys is about the definition of investing. Do you know what is investing in the first place? Because investing is whereby you buy assets that does have a value, a monetary value, who does have proof value over time into the future, and also offer what you call a return on your investment. When you talk about income generation, you talk about also capital gains, guys. That's one thing that you need to know. And also you need to talk about what are shares, guys. Shares is whereby you buy it's a unit of ownership in the company. So when you buy shares, you become a shareholder in the company. Shareholder people will buy shares in the company and then voting wise about the company's fundamentals and also make decisions for the business. And also we need to understand that how do you become a shareholder, right? That's the most fundamental important question. How do you become a shareholder? So you become a shareholder by going on the stock exchange where the buying and selling of shares actually happen. So a stock exchange is whereby the buying and selling of shares actually takes place. That's what we call a stock exchange. So in a stock exchange, guys, we have the buyers who are bidding for the price they want to pay for a share, and we have the sellers who are also asking for the price they want to sell their shares. So when the buyer and the seller matches, that's when the trade commences. That's how the deal slip is signed. That's how you become a shareholder. Because of the power of the technology, guys, the certificates have become much more digital. You have been given a certificate. It's not being done online. There are a lot of trading platforms, guys, that you need to know. Then one of the things that you need to know that we have the stock exchange right now, and I am in Zimbabwe. We have the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, and also one of the famous stock exchanges in the world, guys. We have the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq, which was formed 1890. I don't remember the year, but it's been this stock exchange has been around for centuries, guys. They've been around for centuries. So without all that information being said, guys, how do you use that information to make the right investment decision? So one thing that you need to know is that you should invest in companies that does have a steady cash flow. We need to invest in companies that does make money. That's one of the most fundamental reason that we talk about investing, guys. Investing in company that does make money, that is more money coming in than the money coming out. That's one of the most important things when we talk about investing. And also you have to look into companies that has a proper management in place, guys, that have the vision, which is also have the objectives of making sure the company is going to be existing into the future. That's going to be very important. And also you have to look at the financial statements, guys. Look at the assets, the underlying assets that the company owns. Also don't invest in companies that have large debts. Those companies are actually not good for investing. Companies that are actually sitting on large debts, they are not paying their debts. That's not a good thing to invest in such companies. Then you have what you call the indexes. Indexes are actually there to measure the performance of various companies in the indexes, whereby we are looking at checking the performance of shares overall on the stock exchange, whereby companies are actually being measured their overall performance through the indexes. So in the indexes, we are looking at we have what to call the Vanguard S&P 500, which is one of the most famous in the world. It actually has an ETF whereby it looks like you are investing. It tracks the performance of 500 companies, and when you ask your broker that I want to invest in the Vanguard S&P 500, you can buy one share in the S&P 500, which means that you are now a shareholder in 500 companies, right? So you're splitting your investments and diversifying your investment. You call them exchange traded funds. So we actually you're diversifying investments. So it's quite different from just you going straight and buying shares from one company, because managing those companies is going to be huge concern for you through your portfolio. So this is one of the things that you need to know, guys. The S&P 500, the ETFs are very important when you talk about investing. You are diversifying your investment. Then also we have the ones that we have here in Zimbabwe. We have the top 10 Old Mutual Limited, and also we have the Morgan and Company multi-sector ETF, and the Dadfest consumer staple ETF. This is one of the ETFs that we have in Zimbabwe. They're actually good ETFs that you can invest in. They're actually measuring the performance of various companies. So that's the exchange traded funds, guys, that you can invest. You are diversifying your investment, which is crucially important, guys. So there are various types of investors that you need to know. As for me, I'm a retail investor. I'm investing for my own self, whereby I'm actually buying shares so that I can talk about them in the long term. I'm a long-term investor. That's the issue of value investing. Remember, you're investing in a company that you understand, the companies that you know their fundamental value, what the value they are providing to the world. And one thing that you need to know is that the rules of investing are very much easier. Okay, I was talking about the types of investors. We have what we call the institutional investors, guys. These are the guys who are actually making investments for large players in the world. These are the big elites. We are buying shares, the mutual funds, the banks. They're making large investments in there on behalf of their clients. So these are the big players in the game. So one of the things that you need to know about investment, guys, is that emotions are some things that really affect investment decisions. So one thing that you need to know is that you have to buy shares when there is a dip. The dip is where all the money is found, guys, whereby you are buying a share where the share price actually fluctuating, actually falling. That's where you can buy shares. You're not supposed to buy shares when the price of the share is rising, then you buy shares. No, that's how you make the worst investment decision. So one thing that I want to tell you, guys, if you invest in companies that you understand, is that the companies when that went throughout the recession, when the recession did come, they were outperforming other companies. They were actually doing well. So you invest in companies that does make cash flow. We have companies like in the beverages, they're actually making a lot of money. We have Netflix actually boomed in a recession. So you see that recession doesn't simply means that companies are going to collapse, are going to fall and are going to close shop. No. So other companies did strive in a recession. They actually grow in a recession. So you should invest in companies that does have the fundamentals that actually shows that this is a good company for investing. That's why we're actually reading. We actually require you to read the financial reports. I love reading newspapers, guys. The Mirrors, we have one of the famous newspapers that we have here in Zimbabwe. The Mirror, the Herald. They're actually good. The Business Times, they're actually good newspapers that you can read. Also, right now, digital. Right now you can actually have news available everywhere. You can actually be reading those financial statements, because we really want investors to be able to wait through, look at the fundamentals of companies, guys. So that's what I have for you guys. That guide to investing, guys, in shares. So this is what we have here. So make sure that you subscribe to Time for Financial Education. Make sure that you stay tuned for the next videos. So thank you.